Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to share with you a product that I've been using for about 5 months now. It's a cell phone service that's actually free every single month. Before we start, let me ask you, how much do you actually pay every month for cell phone service? Most people would pay somewhere around $50 to $100, and I think that's just insane. So I bought a no contract unlocked iPhone 5 from Freedompop. You can actually buy your own iPhone 5 that's unlocked from anywhere else and just jump onto their network for free. I just want to say Freedompop doesn't pay me to talk about this, but I just think it's a really good product, and so I want to tell everybody about it, and hopefully some people would throw away their cell phone plans and join this one just like I did. I'm perfectly comfortable paying $440 for a cell phone if I don't have to pay anything per month. Basically, the phone is free after about 5-6 months of usage anyway. So what do you get for free? You get a Freedompop phone number, you get 200 talk minutes, 500 texts, and 1 GB of cellular 4G LTE data. That's pretty sweet. So after using this for 5 months or so, I feel like I can talk about it with a bit of knowledge about how well the cellular reception is, how well the voice quality is. Well, the thing is, 1 GB is a bit little for me. I use most of my data on Wi-Fi networks, and so 1 GB was about enough for me. 5 out of 10 times when I make calls, it would be very spotty. People would cut in and out. I can't recommend this if you're a big voice user. For me, I don't use the voice portion too much. I mainly text and do alternative text like WeChat, whatever chat, iMessage and stuff through the various chat apps. And so I don't really need the voice anymore. I actually have a Google Voice number that I've connected to this phone, and it's a separate number when someone calls me on it. And so when someone calls me on that number, they can actually leave a voicemail rather than if you go through Freedompop, you have to pay for per monthly service fee. If you go over 1 GB, it would cost you roughly $10 per gigabyte on top of that. That's not very much. You save quite a lot of money. I mean, every single month is $50 to $100. I know it's a bit different for everybody. Some people might really like their cell phone plans. They're kind of addicted to it. They really must have, on the spot, very good service. For me, it doesn't really matter. Some people like to buy sneakers. Other people really like their cell phone service plan. Maybe other people really like warm weather, so they like to turn up the heat all the time at home. I, for example, prefer eating out. I prefer eating the cost of my cell phone bill in one sitting in a restaurant than paying a cell phone plan. The main thing I don't like about cell phone plans is because they actually been charging more and more. It's very noticeable. I'm sure everyone has noticed. They've been increasing the prices, and basically the amount of service you get has been staying about the same. Maybe it's increased, but they're charging you more per everything. Every single text used to cost, I remember every text used to cost really little, maybe 5 cents, and I don't even know how much it is now because I don't pay for it anymore. I'm just a bit annoyed with the carriers because they keep on increasing the prices for the same amount of service. I'm gonna leave a link down below for where to get this phone. Freedompop also offers other phones, very limited, just 3 different phones. A Galaxy S3, this iPhone 5, it's not even the 5S, no 6 or anything. Although I did hear you can actually get a 6 now and bring it onto the Sprint network. I haven't done that yet. I'm gonna stay with this phone for now. So if you get within 200 megabytes of your limit, they're actually going to make you put some credit into your service before you can go any further. So that's what I did. You have to put $10 in, and so then you can use it all the way up to the limit. My recommendation is to use this phone. Yes, use it up to the limit, and that's it. If you go over, just try not to go over. I personally have gone over a little bit here and there, $1 or $2, but it's pretty insignificant compared to a real cell phone plan. So it seems like Freedompop's marketing department is not too good because no one knows about this service. When I go and tell people that have never heard of this service, when they ask me how much do I pay for my service, and when I tell them I pay nothing, they get a little confused about Why do I pay nothing? Do you even have a cell phone service plan? Yes and no. The service is only through the data network. So I do not get any voice calls routed through their voice network. The voice calls come through the data network. If you have data all the time, then it wouldn't really matter. It's really hard to say what your real life usage would be like. That's why I'm making this video telling you what it's like to use this phone. For text messages, sometimes if you have really bad connection, you can have out of order text messages. They would go in the wrong place. It would cause some confusion if you're talking to someone, and sometimes if you swap the ordering of the text, it would be a completely different meaning. With this 4G LTE or Wi-Fi, whatever you're on at the moment, I haven't noticed any type of order switching for text messages. So 200 minutes of talk is actually not that much. I burn up about 30 minutes just being on customer service, trying to cancel a credit card. And why am I canceling a credit card? If you look at one of my credit card videos, you'll understand why. So I go on and actually use up 30 minutes of talk, and that's okay because I actually don't use that much talk minutes. It seems that way for guys probably because you know, if I call someone, I'll be like, hey, I'm here, and that's it. So like a minute. I probably won't even call someone and say I'm here. You know, you just text people and say, oh, I'm here. Who calls people these days, right? You can check it out for yourself. Go to freedompop.com and look up the services in your area. Most likely it is because Sprint 4G LTE service is, you know, all over the place. So before I started the service, I was a bit confused about how it all works. And I didn't want to get my own cell phone and try to jump into the network because I hear you can do that. I just didn't want to make it too hard for myself because if I get a cell phone, if I buy an unlocked one, I might have trouble connecting to a network or whatnot. So I got the phone from Freedompop. Connecting it for me actually took 2-3 weeks because I had an issue with the SIM card. The network wasn't accepting it. So I actually had to get a brand new one from Apple. They actually were a bit confused about what my phone was. I just said I needed a new SIM card, and so eventually they gave me one, but even the people at the store don't really know what Freedompop is. And so lucky for you guys now know, and you have the option to go and maybe cancel your cell phone plan and get a Freedompop phone. If maybe you have an extra Sprint phone laying around, you can just hook it up to the network and try it out for a while before you jump ship. This whole phone service thing is kind of a bit more than not paying for cell phone plans. It's more about not being taken advantage of by big carriers, and they just keep on increasing the price. Who gets all this money, right? Like the CEOs or whatever? I mean, the shareholders of AT&T are getting all this money, it seems. They're just making billions of dollars when everybody goes around paying $50, $100 a month. Whenever you're able to get out of a monthly service plan, you are reducing your dependence on your monthly burn rate. This comes down to how early you can retire, and it's about reducing your cash flow. So every single month, I need $100 less. You can look at it as needing less, or you can look at it on the other side where if you spend this much less, it's like getting a $1,000 raise per year. The thing I like about this is it's an equivalent service, but it's free. I get service that is similar. The thing is, I can use this service and it's satisfactory for me. It's a little subpar, yes, but 4G LTE is actually really fast data, and I get 1 whole gigabyte of it. You just have to be careful with how you use it. The thing I noticed that would really limit the amount of data that you consume, you just go into this cellular thing and look up all the cellular data stuff that's turned on. Go ahead and turn everything off, and then only turn on the very basic things that you need. Don't let games and stuff turn on data. If you turn on everything, it would suck down your data very fast. So I recommend to only turn on data for the most essential items when you're on this plan. So that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching. I would be really happy if any of you actually cancels your cell phone plan and get one of these guys. Don't forget to click like somewhere down here and comment if you have a question about this plan, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.